We are talking about circadian biology and circadian rhythms. We are joined by the expert in this space, Dr. SATCHIN Panda. He is a renowned expert in this space. He is a researcher in the space, and he is a professor at the Salk Institute in San Diego.
So the word circadian literally means approximately a day. So these are daily rhythms, and I would say circadian rhythms are the internal timetables for every cell and every organ in our body, including in our brain cells. So circadian rhythms constitute the master plan, just like you have a daily plan. So similarly is the master plan that tells what time of the day or night each of our 20,000 genes turn on and off at different time of the day, so that the function of every cell, every organ in our body is tuned for peak performance. And then you would ask, well, what do you mean by that? So what I mean by that is these timed activities in our body actually improve our immune function so that we can better fight infectious disease and also reduce our autoimmune disease, accelerate repair function so that we can recover much faster from an injury, fall, and ankle sprain to again ligament injuries. And then it optimizes our brain function so that we can be at our peak intellectual and emotional health every single day and reduce our risk for depression to dementia. Circadian rhythms also supercharge our metabolism, the DNA repair function, detoxification program, so that we can stay healthy, and it reduces our risk for diseases like from diabetes, obesity to cancer. Yeah, so these 24-hour rhythms evolved because our planet runs around its axis in every 24 hours. So from the beginning of time on our planet, there is this very predictable change. Almost every single day, if there is only one constant that has happened over the last 4 billion years, the sun comes up and goes down in every 24 hours. So that's why there is light and darkness, there is high temperature during the day, low temperature at night, there is more humidity at night time, daytime is less humid. So accordingly, we have genes and programs that are almost integral part of every living organism. So it's not only us, it's even the pond scum, to plants, to your insects, spiders, snakes, elephants, and humans. All of us have these rhythms. Only in the last 40, 50 years, we actually woke up to its importance, because many of us, nearly 1 in 4 adults in the US and maybe 1 in 3 to 4 adults in many developing worlds, we do what we call shift works. So for example, night shift worker, the nurses, doctors, airline pilots, bakers, firefighters, they have to stay awake when our body's clock is telling us to be asleep, and they have to try to sleep when we should be awake. And we know from almost 100 years of epidemiological data that when people have this shift work like lifestyle, then the risk for many diseases, not only one disease, many diseases go up, starting from depression to dementia. And in fact, the International Cancer World Health Organization has determined that this living against your clock, or doing shift work like lifestyle for long period of time, is a potential carcinogen. It can even cause cancer. So now the question is, well, you may not be a shift worker, but what is the definition of shift work? It is actually staying awake for 2 or more hours between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. for at least once a week, and being engaged in some kind of work. If you're not sleeping enough and you are awake in the bed, that's not shift work, but you have to be doing something. So now imagine almost every new mother is a shift worker. Everyone who is caregiving is living the life of a shift worker. Every high school, college student is living the lifestyle of a shift worker. So in fact, almost 85% of us in our lifetime, we spend the lifestyle of a shift worker for at least 5 years. So that means our daily life is very disrupted, very disruptive. It disrupts our circadian rhythm, and that reduces our fitness. So it's no surprise that by the age of 50, almost 1 in 2 adults in the US have high blood pressure. 1 in 2 adults is close to having pre-diabetes or diabetes, and many other diseases, many diseases, the risk go up.
Yeah.
And why this is important is in now we are finding, not only in my lab, hundreds of labs around the world are finding that if we fix this disruption to circadian rhythm by eating at the right time, sleeping at the right time, and getting some light exposure during the daytime, very simple things that can be extremely powerful in preventing, managing, and also accelerating cure from many different types of disease, not only one disease, multiple diseases.